Do we deserve to suffer in this country? Do we deserve to suffer in this nation? Do we deserve to go through this punishment from our leaders in this nation, despite this nation filled with milk and honey, despite this nation being blessed with mineral resources, being blessed with human resources, being blessed with so much resources for us to survive? Why do we have to go through lack of water, lack of power supply, lack of good health, poor roads, poor electricity, poor health, poor education? Do we Nigerians deserve this? Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, my people. Good morning, everybody. I'm here today to dish out my mind, put my words into a video, say my opinion, and to ask questions. So long I've been wondering, why are Nigerians suffering? Why do we deserve to suffer? Why are Nigerians suffering in a land filled with honey and milk, as they used to say? Why do Nigerians have to suffer despite series of mineral resources, so many human resources, so many resources on our land? We have crude oil, we have gold, bitumen. What have you? Think about it. We have rich soil. We have rich soil. We have people that have will, people that have so much motivation to work, hardworking people that have read wide, people that are education driven. But what do we have in return? What we have in return is fuel scarcity. What we have is in return is poor and epileptic power supply. What we have in return is bad roads. What we have in return is poor healthcare system. What we have in return is poor educational system. What we have in return is poverty for people. What we have in return is lack of water supply. What we have in return is banditry. What we have in return is terrorism. Why? Why do Nigerians have to suffer despite being rich? You can argue with me that Nigeria is a poor country. What's making Nigeria a poor country? Number one, corruption. Corruption is number one root cause of our problem in it. And this is because our governments are irresponsible. Our leaders are irresponsible. Our leaders are not doing anything. You can argue with me that they are doing something. But I'll tell you, the government is supposed to do about 100 things. Then the government does one. Then you'll be happy. You'll be shouting. That leaves you why you are celebrating a train system. The train system, say Buhari train, or blue line, red line in Lagos, in 21st century, where so many countries have done train system and have forgotten about it. A nation of Nigeria with so much population, of about 240 million people, yet there is no good working train system, multi-diversified train system, no tram system, no bus system, nothing. Look at Lagos, a metropolitan city, a beautiful city as it's supposed to be. Despite the high form of IGR being generated from that country, from that state, a state that is worthy to be a country on its own. The whole of Ghana is about 35 million people. The whole of Lagos is more than 25 million people. So Lagos and Ogun State can be brought together to form a nation. But see what is going on there. Number one, poor security. You see thieves everywhere. You see thugs everywhere. You see pickpockets everywhere. People entering one chance everywhere. You see poor epileptic power supply everywhere. No good electricity in Lagos State. Look at transport system. No good transport system. Nothing with a city, a metropolitan city. We're not talking about Lagos today. So they said they built Lagos, but what did they build? What did they build? No water system, nothing, no bad roads everywhere. Look at the inner part of Lagos, filled with potholes, no drainage system. Where rainfalls, erosion. You can say some big cities like Dubai, too can have erosion, but that one was human generated because they tried to they tried to what is it? They tried to create an artificial rain. They tried to create an artificial rain. So that was what happened in Dubai. It made them to have erosion. Anyway, let's forget about Lagos and let's talk about the main thing why we're here today. Like I said, why do we have to suffer in this country? There are 5 fundamental things the nation should be able to provide for the people. Number 1, security. Security. Any nation who has failed in security has failed the people. Any government that has failed the people in terms of security has failed the people. It's a failure. That government is a failure. Number 1, people will not be at rest. People will panic. People will not be productive. Foreign investors will never come to a nation ravaged by insecurity. And what is the root cause of these insecurities? Number 1, poverty. Number 1, corruption. In terms of their leaders stealing the money belonging to the generations to come. Their leaders stealing the treasures belonging to generations to come, to children to come. So somebody who doesn't have a good economy environment to thrive will go into banditry, will go into stealing. Somebody who cannot afford 3 square meal will go into stealing. Somebody who doesn't have work, doesn't have good work to do, is not engaged in anything, will go into banditry, will go into kidnapping. Far back, about 30, 40 years ago, all we used to see on our roads are maybe armed robbers. But now you see kidnappers, you see bandits, you see terrorists on the road, just wanted to kill and destroy. Why? Because the government of those people have deprived these people of good education, good light, good electricity, good roads, good food, good hair, everything good. So that's security for you. Number 2, good healthcare. Look around you and see the healthcare system in Nigeria. Look around you. Are you proud of it? If you're proud of it, okay, why are your government officials going abroad to seek healthcare? Why are your government officials going to Israel, going to USA, going to Canada, going to UK to seek healthcare? And you go to that your local hospital. Look at the president of the country. The past president of this country usually go to the UK to seek healthcare for ordinary ear pain, ear problem, despite the huge allocation for the Villas Clinic. You see, they have been cheated for so long. Our people, you have been cheated for so long. You have been cheated for so long. We need to think. We need to think. Recently, I've been seeing a slogan, Yoruba Ronu. Yoruba Ronu. You're not thinking. You're not thinking. If you're thinking, you're not be supporting the people that have put you in these predicaments. Number 4, water supply. A giant of Africa that cannot boast of a systemic water supply. No boreholes, nothing, no systemic water supply. People have been deprived of good water to drink. Water is life, but people don't have water. Look at the north, ravaged by poverty, lack of water supply, lack of everything. Though it's not all the northern part of the country, the majority of them. So what are we talking about? Ordinary water supply we cannot do for a country. Then what are we doing? What are the government doing? Or that to be stealing billions of naira. Stealing billions of naira. Let me tell you today, any country that has been ravaged by corruption, that country cannot suffer, cannot prosper. Let me tell you today, any country that has been ravaged by corruption, that country can never prosper. Because if corruption doesn't have a repercussion, that means people will be deprived of future to come. People will be deprived of good roads, of all those infrastructures that are needed for survival. We talk about the Maslow hierarchy of needs. Physiological needs are the basic needs that is being needed by everybody, by human being for survival. Like water, like good road, like shelter, good clean environment, clean water, security. Even though you might say security is not part of it, security is part of it in my own dictionary. So what are we doing? What are we doing as a nation? What are we doing as a nation? In as much as I've lived to this stage, I've lived to know poverty in the land. I've lived to know insecurity in the land. I've lived to know queues at the police stations. Why? I think the generation of our problem started when we discovered oil. The initial discovery of oil came into the good hands of our leaders. They made use of it. But later on, some greedy leaders took over and they have found themselves in the depths of the corrupt part of the oil sector. We don't have refineries. How can we as a nation not have good refineries? How can we as a nation be deprived of good part of the crude oil? We have to buy fuel in exorbitant prices. Let's forget about that. Number 5 of the fundamental things the government should provide for the nation is power, which is electricity. I tell you for free today, if any nation can fix electricity, or any nation that has good electricity, that nation will prosper. Because number 1, people will be more productive because you don't have to base the backbone on fuel for survival. You want to power a generator? In fact, you won't need a generator. Probably you might need it for your company, or you need it for your households. Even companies, you can use electricity. So if you want to challenge the government of Nigeria, let them fix the power sector and see the changes. But they will not. Because some of these past leaders and current leaders are the ones importing generators into the country. Are the CEOs of generator companies all over the place. So can you see that your leaders are the root cause of your problem? Often times I've had people say, change begins with you and I. What change begins with you and I? Change begins from the government. Change begins from the top. I tell you for free. If the government of a nation is sane today, who will become sane automatically? Look at great nations of the country today. It's because their leaders are sane in mind. It's because their leaders are less corrupt. All the places your politicians go to for healthcare, why do they go there? It's because the government of those countries have done the best for them. Look at a company, if the CEO is insane. Look at a company today and see if the CEO is not organized, then that company will be in shambles. If the head is not correct, then the whole body is in shambles. So what I'm talking about, we have been cheated for so far. We have been cheated for so far. We have been searching for so far. The government is meant to do all right things for you, and the government will do one, and you'll be happy. You see, you are doing yourself. We are doing ourselves in this country. The citizens of this country, we are doing ourselves because we have closed our mouth. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. Now we have lived on. APC government took over fuel from 97 naira. They took it to 145. Say, okay, it will be available. The fuel will be available. I think we have been bewitched by these our leaders. Went to 250, 300, 400, 600, 650, 700, 800, 1,000. A liter of fuel, 1,000. 1,000. People are still quiet. People are still folding their hands. Yes, we have been bewitched. So, how do we get the extra money? Look at the minimum wage. Look at the minimum wage. Look at the minimum wage. No, no, it's so bad. I'll stop this for now because I don't want the video to be too long. Thank you very much.